the Clippers.
I would hope so.
They're gonna
All right, Hunter, true or false? This series changes the league for the next 5 years. Milwaukee and Brooklyn.
Yes.
No matter who wins, no matter who loses, there's going to be some movement.
It is
Players
so
on
bad I
different
can't even
teams.
keep up who we picked.
What? I've already got everything written down.
I hope so because I've lost over here.
I don't know
It is
what-
bad
I don't know what you're
listening
doing.
to them too because you can't ever
I've
tell who
listened
they
to
pick.
Hunter. He picked everybody, but I mean, the
That's
only
why.
person he
Listen,
didn't pick.
hey.
And Hunter is
Then
not
I'm not-
surprised if the
Hey,
Hornets
everybody.
Listen,
come
then I'm
back
not
and win.
wrong, Terry. I was just misguided.
He's picking the Hornets,
Boston's
but
still
I'm
in
not
it. You
surprised.
want to take Boston?
All right,
No.
Oh, okay.
Terry.
Now, y'all don't know what you're doing in Boston.
Terry, I'll get your thoughts on it because that's going to be fun to hear this.
Okay.
Terry, Bucks and Brooklyn.
Forget it.
Before the series, you had Miami, so I can't go back to your past thoughts.
No, you can't go back.
You don't want
Past
to. You
thought
don't want to
mean
reminisce
nothing
that.
no more.
All right, Terry, so what you got? Bucks
Yeah.
and Brooklyn.
Well, you got to go with the big Giannis. The Bucks.
A lot of people like the Bucks. in the
Nobody
series.
from Brooklyn can match up to him, play him, or anything. Ain't no Durant can play him, no Harden, no Irvin. None of them can play the big man underneath. He will dominate the middle. He will destroy them off the boards, and he'll have 30 points a game every game.
And
they
let me
play.
guess, Durant will be stopped.
Well,
He'll just
Durant,
be
what's Durant
stopped.
gonna do? Durant don't want to
Durant
be
will be
matched up
stopped.
against no Giannis. Giannis will be dunking on
I
him.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think Durant.
Forget it.
Durant doesn't want to get bodied up by Giannis.
Harden will be stopped. He won't score a point.
All right, Tom.
Terry.
Brooklyn.
Do you have a
I like it.
response
I like Brooklyn. I think.
to Terry?
I just think that Terry is
Excellent soliloquy,
underestimating.
Terry.
If Kyrie can get focused. Now, what happened to him was disgusting with the water bottle. That was just. I'm glad that guy got arrested. He's under assault and
I
battery.
agree.
I hope he goes to jail for a year. You don't do that kind of crap at a game. But I hope Kyrie kind of gets his mind straight because I'm picking him. Yeah, he did stomp on the Celtics logo, but who cares? And Boston people are crazy.
That's all right.
But
Terry.
but I'm picking him because I just think that you might be able to slow down one guy or this guy, but they got three that can just light it up, Terry. I don't know.
Well, you've already heard what they always
who's
say.
your answer for all? And I think a lot of these games they might be.
No, you've
They might be
already
high-scoring
heard
games.
what the answer is over there because
Okay.
Durant and Irvin always know that they would never have a shot at winning the title unless Harden come.
I don't know
They
about
were
that.
not going to do it without him. Even the stats are saying without Harden they cannot do it.
Yeah, but a lot of people like Milwaukee.
I think this-
but I like Brooklyn.
So
in this
Durant
series.
is not all that we say he wants to be. Yeah, great shooter. Yeah. Controls the game. Yeah, I understand all that. But Harden is the guy that makes the other two run.
He can really score.
Well,
And
he
get
can
the-
really
yeah.
assist too. Now,
Yeah.
now, if he
Yeah.
plays the pure point guard position, he had 17 assists the other night. And sure, it helps that those two guys, as soon as you pass it to him, you can kind of just turn around and say, yeah, it's going in.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Yeah.
But I look at this series, and I agree with what Kevin said. I think this can change the NBA landscape for maybe the next 5 years. Because say Brooklyn does win, and then they win to the Eastern Conference Finals and then the Finals. I'm telling you, other teams are going to look at that three and say, what do we have to do to match it? That's exactly what it's
Why
going
are
to do.
you saying that? Miami had three. They won it with the three they had.
I know. And
So
then they
it's
had
not
player
like
movement.
Brooklyn's never done nothing.
No, I know.
So
I'm
they
just-
got three guys. So what? Miami did that a long time ago.
Miami did it. Boston did it. I know. And then when the one that tipped the scale over was when Golden State did it and Kevin
Yes.
Durant went. But I'm just saying, there's always going to be the cause, which is those three coming together, and then what's going to be the effect after they win. Someone else is going to look around and say, we can't get past them unless we do this. And maybe that's Giannis. Maybe that's another one of these big superstars. If Giannis wins and the Bucks go on to the finals, Milwaukee might become a powerhouse because people look around and say, I want to play with Giannis. I want to go play with Middleton. I want to go play with Drew Holiday. I think it can do a big shift maybe in the East and the West.
Holiday made a big difference in the Bucks.
I think he did too.
Mhm.
But if you ask me, I'm sticking with my pick of the Bucks. I watched back-to-back games between the Bucks and the Nets. I know Harden was out at the time, but still, the Bucks they played hard-nosed defense and won those two games back-to-back. And
very tough off
Giannis had
boards.
40-plus in both games.
Does that one start Sunday, Hunter? Is that one?
That starts tonight.
All right, Tom.
Oh, it's tonight. Okay.
If you would,
The Bucks have
if
been
you
off for
could-
almost a week.
Who'd you
Yeah.
pick?
I picked the Bucks.
All right, Tom. If you could summarize Terry's thoughts on the Bucks for me real quick.
Well,
that he just said.
He said Giannis.
He will dominate.
Giannis. But when you talk about the Rockets, you talk about 3, not 1.
Okay.
I just,
Wait,
Who's the Rockets?
The
The
Bucks.
Nets?
He means the Bucks, right?
No, he needs
I'm sorry.
the
What
Nets.
did I say?
Bucks. You said Rockets.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Bucks. I don't know what I'm
The
saying.
Bucks are a whole different team from what the NBA as originally used to be.
So
Giannis can dictate everything that happens underneath. But Brooklyn has no answer for him.
So Giannis.
No matter who they
So
put there.
what's the other
in
name? See what I'm talking
Right.
about? He says Giannis and nobody
Terry,
else.
name me 2 other players for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
It's easy.
That was my summary exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Giannis in his game 4 win over Miami, the defending champions, tied for 3rd in scoring on the team. He only had 20 points. I don't know if that's unstoppable. Every now and then LaMelo got
Against
20.
Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had somebody underneath that could play him.
Brook Lopez had 25. Brian Forbes had 22.
God, he's shooting good.
Chris Middleton had 20, and Giannis had 20.
I was getting ready to say, usually Terry does bring up Middleton. Usually he talks about him when he brings up Giannis as well, but you notice he didn't even mention
I think
it.
the
Chris Middleton is on the Willie McGee Ugly All-Star team.
Yeah, he's not.
Middleton is going to be the same guy every time you go out on the court.
Listen, the X factor in this series.
Things on this show just take a weird direction.
You like that
Middleton's
one,
pretty good. He had 20 points, but he sure is ugly. I mean,
He's on the Willie McGee team.
Hey, listen, the X factor in this series to me is Drew Holiday.
So
Yeah.
he did too.
He's made a
Drew Holiday is a
Y'all are so
big
silly.
bodied point guard, and if he can body up Kyrie just a little bit to make him uncomfortable, I mean, the game can still be,
It
won
does
by the
not
Bucks.
matter what we say. Kevin is a Durant fan no matter what he does, where he goes, where he's at. No
but
matter what.
Kevin
Listen, he's got
Kevin
too
has
much-
a
He
no,
had to go to
no.
Golden
He's got too much
State.
help right
No.
now.
He had to go to Golden
got
State
too
to win a
much help.
championship.
No, he does this because he has a cult-like affection for the players he likes.
Yeah.
Tony Romo, for instance, it's the same thing with him.
I didn't think
with
Durant was
Durant.
the best basketball player on the planet.
He has a cult-like for his players. It's cult-like.
Yeah, he
Durant-
would have never won a championship if he hadn't went with Thompson and Curry. And Draymond. He would have never
It's
had
like
a championship.
it's like Molina and with the Cardinals. He has a cult-like affection for these players. This is what he does.
I mean, he was at. Think of all the people that he was at Oklahoma. He had a lights-out city down there, and what they couldn't win nothing. Nothing.
How many championships did LeBron win in his first stint in Cleveland?
0.
All right, so Durant's first stint in Oklahoma City with the baby Russell
Are we saying he's going back?
and the baby Harden. Now, since Durant left, how many finals have Westbrook and Harden been to combined? None.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kevin Durant has 2-1 against LeBron in the finals, right? He's got a winning record against him.
Thanks
He's
to
got two-
Curry
he's
and
got-
Thompson.
The
And Draymond.
MVP in both those finals, Terry, was who?
I don't care whether he was.
We know you don't care, Terry, because you disregard
All right,
facts.
so, Terry, would you agree with this? One man, one All-Star cannot win an NBA title.
I agree.
Okay, so there's no
I agree.
reason we should denigrate anybody
Yeah, I
for
agree.
having a second player on their team.
I agree.
So him going to Golden State is
And
him
he was
trading.
the one that wanted Harden.
Right, him going to Golden State is like, I would rather play with them two than those dudes in Oklahoma. He got Harden out of there. They got Westbrook. They chose Westbrook over him. How'd that work out for OKC? Durant is the 3rd all-time leading scorer in NBA history. It's not that I'm picking him no matter what. It's that in a basketball tournament, I'm usually going with the best player is going to have the best chance. But then when you add 2 other guys that can get 20 every night, it almost makes it unfair. And whether it's Steph, Clay, Kemba Walker, and Terry Rozier, you get 2 other guys that get 20 with Kevin Durant, it's going to be almost entirely impossible to beat them. Now, with that said, who has since 2000, I got you guys a trivia question, the most combined points by a trio in an NBA game? By a big 3.
Just an NBA game?
Yeah, just an NBA game. The most points in an NBA game by a big 3,
Since
a trio
2000.
since 2000.
I'm pretty sure it is Durant.
I'll give you a hint. It's a Western Conference team. How about that? I'll narrow it
Okay.
down. Cut the league
Was
in
it
half.
Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker?
I would say no to that one. Terry, you got to guess. the most points scored by 3 players in an NBA game since 2000.
Since
2000.
Thompson, Clay, and Green.
That's what I was going to say.
And Green.
Yeah, it should be Green. Thompson, Curry, and
Yeah.
Durant.
All
Yeah,
right.
Thompson, Curry, Durant.
The real answer: Smush Parker, Chris Mim, and Kobe Bryant.
What is it? When
106 points. Kobe had
It's
81.
Come on.
Smush Parker had 13, and Chris Mims had 12.
Oh, Lordy.
Trivia question of the day.
dumb.
Since 2000, you can ask all your friends and family. Ask them today. What name the 3 players scored the most points in NBA games since 2000? And Smush Parker's part of that answer.
Wow.
You didn't think that was happening today, did you?
Nope.
All right. So I'm definitely going with the Brooklyn Nets. I picked them to win it. Me and Tom both have to pick them too. So there we go. All right. There's NBA thoughts. We went way over long on that. All right, Jaelyn, you ready to hit buttons? All right. We'll be back in just a few moments. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Lifetime warranty on new and used cars at Friendship.